Dear viewer of Islamic Iman TV, in your program Beliefs in Believer. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. صدق الله العظيم. Dear my respectful viewer, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope that from anywhere you are listening to me, Allah gave you the best life without any worrying, without any stress. Today, your subject or our subject is stress or anxiety. That is from the week or last week. Subject was about the tashwish in Farsi language, and I have to, as I promised, every week I have to give two languages for Farsi and English, even though sometimes English is not my mother language, but still I'm trying to say something, to translate, and not on the high level, at least to understand what I'm saying. However, last week's program was about the tashwish. It means the English is the anxiety or stress. Before I go to that, as I said the same thing on the Farsi language about the Hajj, just I repeat it, I would like to mention that I said in Farsi, today's Hajj is not proper or is not as a way supposed to be, because there is a lot of other priority is a front of one of the person that he goes to Hajj. He has to perform before he go to Hajj, but he neglect or he cover his eyes or he don't care about it or something, some way that is not met the way of to perform Hajj. About the condition, about the opportunity today is over there is quite different. It's not the time the Prophet Ibrahim or Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon them, they did it. Now the opportunity is different. You cannot touch the Kaabatullah, you cannot suffer too much. This is Hajj is suffering, has to have hard work. Now is easy time to do. Just the vacation is not allowed. And besides with that, in Afghani people also they love to call him Haji Sahib. Unfortunately, that is a sin. The person has such an idea in neglect all the bleeding his families, as a friend, as a neighbors. He's seeing and he is do not take care of them. There is orphan all around, but he go to Hajj. Is not allowed, is not the way as Islam required. Hajj has a condition, and I said the same thing. I have to translate it. That was it was. Then also it has to be think that when he spend a lot of money on that first vacation, and he buying for himself weapon, and then to kill himself or his their own other families or countrymen. For example, who gave the weapons to kill you? Daesh and Taliban. Saudi gave them weapons. And who gave the Saudi people to buy weapons? You, as a Haji, but you are still thinking that I'm a Haji. Anyway, my subject is today about the anxiety or stress. Stress generally means that worrying about the future events. Worrying about the future events or happen or coming or something. For tomorrow, from tomorrow until the whatever you think about, years, 2 years, 1 year, sometimes. It's when that happen, will you think in your mind that will happen? That before that you get a stress. That is worrying, is a stress. Worry or anxiety is a synonym of that as pressure, tension, tensity, strength, mental or emotional, nervousness, uneasing, fearing, worrying, trepidations, misgiving. These are all synonyms of anxiety or stress. In the grammar ways, the stress word is the intransitive word is. And now we want to know what is the source of these feeling or these stress or anxiety. There are many factors that the person will get involved into these so-called diseases. It is common misconception that the stress, people are usually become antisocial or over dramatic when he has stress. The fact, however, that such as people have stress will process everything in their mind and thought, but they cannot handle it. There is something heavy in their mind always. Anxiety or stress makes a person weak and worse, very, very down. Just like constant weight in their head or in their heart. So, like something that is not quite right. The person think about this, and often they do not know what is inside my mind. Really, like if I give you example, is the gastric acid in your stomach, which burns out when the stomach is empty. This is the one exactly the same pain you feeling all the time. Anxiety or depression or stress give you feeling that your mind is burning. You think too little but too much, and you are analyzing a lot of it. Things that are not related to each other. Sometimes it makes you feel tired and not centered. Your mind is not centered. Your scouts are terrible, scrambling in the opposite directions, and run away and collide along the way, but lonely. Sometimes you feel completely separate from your mind. Do you think that I have no mind? I have no mind. As if your mind is no longer. If you think that is my mind is no longer with me, that is a stress. The anxiety is like having a sound behind your mind, in the back of your mind. And then you saying that it is not all about. If you're thinking something, okay, like probably for this, but it's not for this, for that. If you something come in your mind, probably I go there, that was the treatment was bad to me. But any other things, but it still is not that, because anxiety is built from long time, and you are scrambling. And you are different from other people entirely, like feeling burdened by the world of heaviness, and you are alone. This sound make you day-to-day work, such as a simple and small decision only. Your anxiety keeps you awake during the night, and you cannot sleep. It is uncomfortable, and you are constantly flanking it. Stress is like a light bulb, and does not turn off. Your body feels tired, but your mind is completely awake and alert, and it is running fast. Browse the events of the day and analyze all the specific detail individually. And suffering. Anxiety does not cause the person to die quickly, but needs to fight against them and do not let to win. Because stress causes many symptoms of diseases like depression, anxiety, feeling frustrations, and many other things. These are the one everybody has it, and the mostly the one who is as immigrants in this country. And thus I would like to give you one break over here, and I'll come back, inshallah, talk about anxiety and stress that is your program or your subject in your program, inshallah.